One of the most popular and colorful of all festivals, the Mashramani festival is observed in Guyana on February 23 annually. The word Mashramani is derived from the Arawak indigenous language and in translation means a celebration after hard work. As such, it is the norm for Guyanese to gather in their thousands along the streets of Georgetown to witness the costume and float parade. It has been so for 50 years. However, for the first time since 1970, it would appear as though the way Guyanese have known and celebrated Mashramani will see a drastic change this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Some Guyanese are however adamant that despite the challenges associated with the pandemic, government has to find a way to accommodate at least a muted version of Mashramani. This view was shared by Ravi Chandranath, a vendor at the border market.
When the year started, everybody save up January money for Mash. But then now knowing that young Mash, I gotta find something else for those plan. Cause maybe you might celebrate the thing, but it's not gonna be Mash. It's not going to be on the earth.
He opined that the government can facilitate the costume and float parade despite the pandemic.
I think they should do a little thing now. If it's a certain amount of person come out and the rest watch it on TV or so, or maybe a certain amount of person go in the go, maybe they do it at Durban Park. Maybe they could let 100 person go in, see the parade for a couple minutes, then when they leave, another couple could go in.
Joshua Marshall is of the firm view that it would be disappointing to observe the day without any form of activity.
We're accustomed to this, right? And it's a Guyanese thing. And I'm sure they're going to consider carnival. They are going to consider carnival. Why not consider, hosting Mash still? Because there are so many other activities going on, and they find ways to make it happen. So we can find ways to make Mash happen, this year.
But while it is the hope of the younger generation that the government comes up with a plan to still celebrate Mashramani in a normal but safe way, it is the view of John Edmond that the best option is to not have a celebration.
Now, if we want an alternative, so we could do it in our homes, right? But I don't support the idea of coming out in the midst of this pandemic to enjoy ourselves.
With less than a month until Republic Day, the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports, Charles Ramson, has not made any official announcements with regards to the plans to observe the national holiday. Reporting for the HUP Nightly News, Kendell Richmond.